Well, good morning, everyone. How are we doing this morning? Hi, Marie Duffy. How are you? Hey, Miss Dorky. I love you, darling. Hey, Miss Nomor. Good morning. Well. Looks like I missed a lot last night. Huh. You'll have to excuse the sniffles. I have allergy issues. Hey, Evelyn. Hey, Controlla. Good morning. Hey, Trace Harper. Good morning. Lanky Tor, my love. Hey, Eric. Good morning. Hey, Dory. So, I'd like to start out by saying this is not going to be a very nice reaction. Hey, RV Charity Drive. Good morning. Good morning, sir. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And I'm going to snipe this from someone, and I really hope she doesn't get mad. Oh, shit. Okay. If anybody has a wrench in here, please put Steph's link in the description, or not description, in the chat. I feel the need to react to this because I was being mentioned. And thank God for Steph, really. She stuck up for me. I appreciate her for that. You know, Steph and I have had some spats. There's things that I don't agree with her on, but then again, there's things that she doesn't agree with me on. And we've had it out behind the scenes. But the beauty of that is we were able to work it out behind the scenes. I love Steph. I can't just turn off my feelings. I can't turn them on and off like some people can. I just can't. And Steph is one of those that I just love. Just like Trisha. I'll always love her. She lives so well. Her family lives close to me. Okay? So I'm always going to love her. She's part of the DYT, baby. She's the 937. I got to have mad love for her. Oh, okay. We're going to start here. I don't know if I should speed this up or not. We'll just speed it up a skosh. Just a little skosh. Control, I hope I said good morning to you. Good morning, love. Evelyn, good morning, hun. Helen, I love you. Dory, Steph, honey, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna snipe your live. I'm not gonna snipe much of it. I'm gonna snipe the part where Corey and Laura were talking some smack. So I really hope you don't mind. Miss Dorkster, I love you. Shell, good morning, hon. Okay. I'm sorry. These allergies are killing me. I've got the windows open. Oh, Lord, I can't handle this. Like, there's no amount of like Claritin or any kind of medication that can help this get better. Like it goes away like in the afternoon, but like it's there from the time I wake up, I start sneezing until the time around lunchtime, say. It's so freaking weird. All right. Yin's ready?
No, she said that. Sorry. Sorry, my bad. My bad. She's also just said, I don't know whether...
Oh, and that's Jimmy, by the way. Jimmy has one of the biggest hearts in the world. I love Jimmy. He's nice to everyone. And down below is the strawberry. She is Mama Strawberry. She says, this bitch. I love you, Angel.
I can't remember. I've had 10. Got a brain. Not mine. All the money goes to the stretch. He says.
Not a fucking weirdo. I knew you were fucking bitch. So it's not in the house. You fucking asshole. Alright, hold on. Yeah, I do. I'm a little. You're right. I should be talking about German lady right now. Fuck it, German lady. Hey, fuck you.
Okay, so I don't know what Corey's new channel is. I know that she has had 2 channels struck down. I have no idea how her IP hasn't been banned. You know, I also heard Reagan McNeil, whatever the frick she is, she said, let the striking wars begin. I'd like to add that I don't strike channels. If you come for me, I will go on a striking war path. So keep that in mind. And I swear to God, I will. I don't like doing it because I don't want it done to other people. But turnabout's fair play. So there's that.
Alright, hold on. Can you hear it? Okay. But, can you hear it?
Right.
Yeah. Did you? And somebody tell me, did I click the button or not?
Yes.
No, or not.
Yes, we can hear.
And I was like,
Yes.
yes. Who had a fight with you, Catherine?
And that's what she does to attract attention, because again, that's the only way she gets it. She's like a female version of an edgelord. Plus, she ain't young, Laura. She's fucking 40 years old.
Well, not talking about me.
Horrible when her daughter was taken.
Yeah. And like she's just got over. That was very loud.
And then she's like,
loud.
oh, I just went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You just beat the fuck out of your child.
They're talking about that Trisha woman.
And Nishan did nothing.
Okay,
He is like
life. I went into the
15
chat
years
here.
ago. Not that I know anything about Nate's life from 15 years ago, but from
Good morning, Blue Sugar. I love you, darling. You know what, Miss Darkster? You need a wrench. You've always been so kind to me, and you've always stuck up for me, and I love you for that.
but I've known of his life
Sure
now.
you
It probably
don't,
wasn't
Corey.
The best.
Miss Dorkster, that's your opinion. Sarah does not have a good heart. She's a
I don't have a good heart. How do you know what I do outside of YouTube, Laura? Just because I don't brag about the good things I put out into the universe does not mean I don't have a good heart. And there are plenty of people. There's a plethora of people that will tell you I do have a good heart. I don't need to prove that to you. I really don't. I can show you better than I can tell you. I just don't have a good heart maybe when it comes to you and to the people like Corey. Because Corey wishes cancer on my kids and all of our kids. Corey wished cancer on all of us. But that's okay, right?
piece of shit. And
Not
no, I
true.
won't leave her alone because she's a piece of shit.
Oh, you're not going to leave me alone because I'm a piece of shit. That's good to know, Laura. You're my favorite person to critique. You're my favorite person to debunk. Let the games begin.
Oh, so
What's
okay.
Sarah?
Serendipity. That's
Fuck
Laura
her.
admitting to like talking about Sarah and talking about her over and over. That's Laura admitting to it. No, I won't leave her alone. Did you hear that? Did everybody hear it? That's Laura admitting
Loud and clear, Miss Steph. Loud and clear.
that she won't leave Sarah alone. Sarah could give 2 fucks about Laura. If Laura would stop talking about her, that would be a celebration in Sarah's life.
Absolutely. If she would leave my name out of her mouth, I'd have no reason to come at her. And that's the truth. If she would leave my friends alone, I'd have nothing to say about her. But when she goes at Wendy, yeah, I'm going to react to that because I love Wendy. You know, when Laura fat shames people, I think that's bullshit. You know, when Laura goes after addiction, like she did with mine yesterday, that pissed me off. You know, Laura, I'm not in active addiction. I don't care what you say. I don't have to prove that to anybody but myself and to my husband and children. So, chew on that a while.
But Laura won't shut the fuck up. And there you have it, folks. I won't leave Sarah alone. She's such a sack of shit, dude.
Sarah would
Why I heard she's a fucking piece of garbage.
No, she's not.
And Dorkster,
I'm a piece of garbage. Laura. Do I stream CPS calls that come to my house so I can get sympathy donos? You've done it three times. The list could go on how much of a piece of shit garbage you are. But I don't have that kind of time because it would take weeks for me to explain all the shitty things you've said and done. Look, you're a garbage person. Look what you said about Amanda Lynn's mother and Amanda Lynn. That will forever hurt my heart. Look what you said about Randy and her mother. That will forever hurt my heart.
you should really be over there telling her to leave Laura and Laura's children alone. Like,
I don't go for Laura's children, dude. What part of that do you not understand? Corey, Beezus, whatever the hell, Rat-a-tat-tat. How many names have you had now? How many channels have you had now? Who knows what the fuck you're being called these days?
No.
That's right.
Sarah lets herself into
Lori,
a whole
loud
bunch
and
of
clear.
people's business
No,
that
she
she
doesn't.
has nothing to
Good morning, hummingbird.
She
do with because she
responds.
feels some kind of way about herself, and that needs to just stop, Jordan.
No. What a great answer, Corey. She inserts herself in other people's lives and she needs to just stop. No, bitch.
Corey, honey, you insert yourself into everybody else's YouTube lives. You take little snippets of people's lives and you critique them and you talk shit on them. You say the most vulgar things about people, okay? You told me yesterday that I did not deserve the children that I have. My children are wonderful children, might I add. My daughter's in college. My son is doing so well in school that he's getting a scholarship. I'm not going to sit here and brag about that kind of stuff like Laura does, you know, since her kids are going to Ivy League schools and all. But yeah, my kids are doing just fine. I've raised my children well. I don't care what you said or say. My kids are none of your business.
It's called a response. You know what it's like to respond to people? Probably not, because everybody treats
Yes, Misnomer, she is definitely on a ban evasion.
Chainsaw, Corey, Beezus, this is her new name now. Everybody treats her like she's fucking irrelevant. Kind of like the E-celebs, Tonka Saw, for one example, who has no idea who the fuck you are. I'll show those DMs, Corey. Call me a liar. I'll show him. Because me and Tonka are friends. Give me a reason. He has no fucking idea who you are.
If it involves her, fine. If it doesn't, stay the fuck out of other
It
people's
does involve her because Laura can't keep her out of her mouth. I know. Trout.
Laura, okay, Corey, you contradicted yourself. You want me to stay the fuck out of Laura's life, but why are you mentioning my kids yesterday, saying that I don't deserve them, that I should have never had children? Huh?
No
Mouth.
one speaks on her M's, like how only people in Quebec. Yeah, I know, Embry.
Is that right
Right
now? Don't speak on Sarah, but sometimes it just comes out.
You never speak on Sarah. Laura, honey, do I need to go back? Look, I don't. Jesus. I could go back through all of your lives and I could clip every single time you have mentioned me and made lives about me. Okay. In fact, I might go ahead and do that. I'm already in the works of making a great video for you. So be prepared for that one.
Oh,
yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, you
don't.
do. That's
I know.
Laura trying to
And
walk
I don't know.
back.
I didn't see any of that because I never watched her ever.
Maybe
Even
it's
when she
better
makes a
if
video
don't
for
smoke.
or Jimmy or
You never watch Sarah. Corey, are you kidding me? Look how many videos you have made of me, trashing my name, trashing who I am. I've got all those if you'd like me to do a reaction and play those, Just saying.
about me. I don't watch it because I know what happened and I know she stuck her nose into something she knew nothing about.
Corey, you couldn't be more like irrelevant in this community. Nobody gives a fuck about you until
Steph, that's facts.
you start talking about their dead relatives. That's the only time you get a response, and you should, because you're a piece of shit for talking about people's dead relatives.
For you, why should I? What do you want?
Is this right now, or when is this?
Right now. Thank you, Will.
Oh, look how pretty Steph looks.
So where are they live at? On her channel?
On Corey's
or
channel,
our
yeah.
channel?
7 minutes ago.
The only time she's never been
The
rude
link
to
I
me
gave
was
you
when I
earlier.
was rude to her.
Oh,
That's not true, Corey. I came to you a long time ago and I still have that. Okay, look, every email, okay, wait a minute. Every comment that is ever made gets saved in emails, okay? I could go back, all the way back to the very beginning, and I can show what was said, all right? I said, why do you keep calling these people junkies? That's all I said. And then you turned around and started calling me a junkie. And at that time, I had been sober for 6 years.
imagine that. She's only
I
been
can't
rude to you, but you were rude to her.
Yeah, she's in here.
I was, but you won't drop me a link.
She named her name Beezus, kind of like
She doesn't want to tell me what she wants. A link for what? Like
Drop
what?
me a link.
So I can tell
Are
you
you
to
asking
shut
her
your
for the
dumb whore mouth. I'm not in that kind of mood.
You gotta pick
Are
a
you
fight,
asking her
Steph.
for the link?
Now, I haven't seen this. I don't know if Steph went up or not, but if she did, I can't wait to hear this.
People do things
Yeah, if she drops it, I'll take it.
usually do when under the influence, and other people who are judgmental. Laura, I have been there in the past. I am in recovery for over the last few years, and I messed up.
Jonice, thank you. Jonice, everybody say a prayer for Jonice. I know that she's part of Laura's crew, but I do know that Jonice has a heart. She came to me after I overdosed, and she said one of the sweetest comments I've ever read in my entire life. And I've got nothing but love for her for that. So thank you, Jonice.
Jonice.
Bad Steph, gotta pick a fight.
Yes, but Jonice, see, this is my thing with recovery, and I'm just going to say it because I tend to lean towards the same way that Laura thinks and Katie thinks about that, even though Katie's totally not in recovery, but she feels this way anyways. I feel that if you went through that phase of your life and you got out of it and you've moved on and you're proud of yourself and you've had a family and you have kids and a
Oh my
husband
God, they
and a
timed
house
me out
and a
again.
yard and a job and things in your life, those should be what you are more concerned.
Laura's job, or Laura.
In your years, if you went through that phase of your life and you got out of it and you've moved on and you're proud of yourself and you've had a family and you have kids and a
Oh my
husband
God, they
and a
timed
house.
me out.
Look, I do have a house. And I seen where Brian said that yesterday he made a post saying that I got a house off of someone else's hard work. yes, my grandparents left their home to me. And I miss my grandparents so much that I'm having a hard time trying to change things the way they had them. My grandparents' home is beautiful. And I pay those taxes, Brian. Do you pay taxes, Brian? Just curious. I pay $5,000 every 6 months. Do you pay taxes? Just curious.
Out
Your
again.
yard and your job and things in your life, those should be what you are more concerned.
Laura's job or Laura's yard, okay, has a DIY pool that probably has malaria in it. And we've all seen it.
Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting that stuff. That was hysterical. Oh. Oh my God.
Pictures of it. Again, Laura shares too much on the internet. We've all seen pictures of it. It's a DIY pool that looks like that's where malaria started.
And the sad thing about that is, you know, that pool, those dogs could be drinking that water. And no wonder her dog got sick. That probably wasn't a spider bite. It was probably from a parasite from drinking that water from that nasty ass pool that was green from last year. She never drained that water, y'all. That water was green.
My
That pool
backup,
has herpes
my
in it.
backup's not timed out.
The pool has herpes. That's where herpes started.
Yeah, it's malaria and herpes.
Who gives
You
a
know how to
fuck
make
about
a-
that?
Syphilis, okay?
Fuck them, Brad.
Syphilis. Oh wait, hold on. What's the word?
You know how to
Syphilis.
make a, you want to know how to make a sock in about 10 seconds?
I already know how, Jimmy. You told me. Don't say it on the
Oh,
channel again because all the
no,
viewers
no.
were watching. And the next thing I know, me and Angel got troll accounts called Angel Talks About Ripping Uteruses Out.
Things like that. I just sneak out and go home because it wasn't my thing. But like, it's not like I've never done it. But I'm not going to be like 10 years, 20 years later, I'm a recovering addict. Like, well, I was never addicted, but like,
You know what? Brandon has been sober almost 11 years. That's something to be proud of, you know. Even one day is something to be proud of because it's so hard. And of course you don't understand it because like you said, you were never an addict. But you don't get it, Corey. When someone's in active addiction, it's literally hell on earth. And to be sober and to have some years, months, weeks behind you, that is something to be very proud of and to brag about. Okay? And sometimes people like to talk about it because it helps keep them clean. All right? I know you don't understand that because I know that you just can't comprehend the majority of things, but you are absolutely ridiculous.
still, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree. It does
Perplexed. I agree. I agree. That's all she can ever say. I agree. I agree.
doesn't work for everybody,
move on.
in theory, but it definitely worked for me. And it worked for a lot of people I know. Same thing with cigarettes. I woke up and said, I don't smoke anymore. I just don't.
Neither do I.
Yeah, that's why you was wanting to buy a pack of cigarettes yesterday, right, Laura?
This motherfucker was just saying today that she wanted to buy a pack of cigarettes because she wanted to smoke. And this and that. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Talk about it.
Lying
I
bitch.
don't want nothing
Girl, Angel, preach it, baby.
to do with it.
She's a lying
And
bitch.
it's something I put behind me. That's it.
Shut
And
the fuck up,
I've
you
never
weird
done
bitch.
cocaine since. I don't
Fucking
believe in
punch.
You don't do cocaine and you haven't thought about it since. Well, maybe that's because you're on Adderall. Huh. Adderall is basically... Oh my God. Adderall I'm not going to get into that topic because I don't want to upset or offend anyone. But Adderall is basically the equivalent, almost the equivalent of cocaine. Because of the simple fact, it gives you a high. It gives you a buzz, especially when you brag about taking 90 milligrams of it. Maybe that's why you run out of them, Laura, because you abuse them. Maybe that's why you have to get them mailed to you when you run out 15 days early.
It works for a lot of people. For me personally, constantly talking about it makes me want to do it. Constantly reliving in it makes me want to do it. Adderall is prescribed by my doctor, Stephh, and that's really none of your fucking business.
Because you like
You talk about it, Laura, on your channel all the time. Holy Snapple.
Don't
Because you lied.
You shared it on YouTube.
Okay, Stephh.
Because you lied.
I don't think you should be talking about anybody, really.
Why not?
Because yours are littles. You got littles. Don't think I don't judge you for that.
And I don't legally take Adderall. It's doctor prescribed.
It's doctor prescribed, so that makes it okay. You know what? People get prescribed medication that they become addicted to every day. All right? Let's see you go a few days without Adderall and see what happens. You'll go into withdrawals.
Yeah, because you lied.
That's a problem.
You lied.
For you, but
That's
I
what's
don't
in
think
the
alcohol is doctor prescribed.
Oh, here we go.
Just saying.
Alcohol's legal.
No,
Alcohol's
I don't
legal.
think so either.
Fucking weirdo bitch.
And it's probably the worst drug you can be on.
She's
Sorry.
still on it.
Up.
Corey, she's still on it. She's still on it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I've always felt. And like, I partied back in the day. My choice was shots of tequila. But like, yeah, I just woke up one day and I'm just like, I don't think I like this lifestyle
My
anymore.
drug
And
of choice was shots of the
Wouldn't you rather have Steph keep her alcohol in her bedroom versus out in her kitchen where her kids could get a hold of it? Just curious. Wouldn't that be a smart move as a mother? Seriously, serious question.
tequila. Tequila is not a drug.
Right. It totally worked for me.
Oh, I can't
yeah, and I've done blow and things like that, like every once in a while. Not as much as most of my friends. Usually I just sneak out and go home because it wasn't my thing. But like, it's not like I've never done it. But I'm not going to be like 10 years, 20 years later, I'm a recovering addict. Like, well, I was
But
never
Laura
addicted,
is,
but like
Corey,
still.
you're
Like,
right,
the person
hypocrite.
next to you on the panel is saying that.
It doesn't work for everybody.
Move on.
Theory, but it definitely worked for me. And it worked for a lot of people I know. Same thing with cigarettes. I woke up and said, I don't smoke anymore. I just don't. And I mean, I've been itching for a cigarette, but I'm avoiding it. But
Don't have one.
that's what makes me not think about it for the most part is I don't smoke anymore.
Well,
That's it.
good for you.
I'm not going to sit there and think about it all the time. And, oh my God, I want a cigarette and blah. No. If
You said that
If
today.
I just
I don't
say
smoke, I
that.
don't smoke.
That's it.
There's
Oh, I
question about it.
can't with this bitch.
Yeah, that's what I did with cigarettes too. One day I was just like, I don't really like smoking anyway, so I think I should just quit. And I did. But quitting smoking was easy for me because I really just didn't like it that much.
Who the
I
fuck
ever said
really
hi
has
to
a
you,
kid who
DZ? Hello.
smoke?
Hey,
She just
the
said,
Midwest
"No,
Mary-
smoke."
I got a question for you, Corey. Sorry, my allergies. I got a question for you, Corey. I don't think that marijuana is a drug, but there's a lot of people that do. So, what's your views on that, Corey? Why are you going to shame someone for their drug of choice when you sit there and smoke like a freight train when it comes to weed? And also, when you and the perp say that I am in active addiction, no, I'm not. I quit everything. Well, I take that back. I still vape nicotine. I can't just up and stop. I think I'd go crazy and I'd lose my mind if I did. So, I'm tapering down though, so there's that.
And if you had mental issues, who are they to talk about it? That's what I don't understand. Even with Stephh coming in while she's on Adderall, what the fuck is that?
You're gonna sit there and talk about Stephh being on Adderall when you take, wait a minute. Let's all just, I got something for you, Laura. Oh, I got something for you. Everybody bear with me. Lord, this might take a minute to find. Actually, let's play this
You're concerned
while I look for it.
Like, it blows my mind. Half the fucking community's on Adderall. What is your point?
She probably is live. They probably are just trying to start shit. She's probably live re-streaming me and I'm boring.
Damn.
Because we're just having a normal conversation about somebody that has nothing to do with anything to do with any.
And she went off for no reason. So then she bought a membership to watch it. And
I mean,
I love that show, Laura. I thought that was so cool. Years that I have watched you type in all caps in chat. Knock it the fuck off.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up, we need.
Can I say the same? Have you tried to type people on here?
So, Laura,
Oh,
you
shit.
want to talk about drug addicts, eh?
Wrong
Why do you
video.
wear that?
She's OP.
Suboxone on the mail and cry later. I thought that was
B sent it to Pirate's sister.
Oh.
Yeah. And Pirate cried and cried and cried and cried and cried and cried because B and Randy lied about my sister. B and Randy lied about my sister. And now look who's fucking living in Randy's ass.
Say something about Pirate, bitch. I dare you to.
I don't even get
Say
those.
something about Pirate.
People have a guilty conscience or something.
They do. I
Let's
called
get rid of
Pirate
that.
Greasy earlier. Hey, Greasy. And she immediately deleted my comment. Now, why would you do that, Pirate? Why?
Yeah, look at fucking the pussy bitch.
Midwest, I got a fake outrage scandal.
Nothing.
Oh, do you?
There you go, plug. The
Do
plug.
you let people pick the scents, or do you have like a scent for your
Oh
candles?
no, I have over 100 cents people to choose from.
That's what I thought. That's what I like about
that
her.
tonsil bitch over
I
there.
probably sniffed it.
Oh
I
my
mean, it's
god.
a lot of work, and I probably won't be able to do it that way in the future. Like, you know, like wholesale orders, they get to pick 10 different scents. Any big order, they can, you know, pick up to 5 cents depending on how many they get. Like, I'm not going to do, if someone orders 20 candles or 30 candles, I'm not going to tell them, well, you get to pick from 100 different scents, you know, because that's just way too much work.
Yeah, that makes lots of sense.
But, you know, if you choose 10 candles, you can choose, you know, 4 different scents. Or if you get 100 candles, you can choose from 10 different scents, you know, like that.
That's cool, though. I love that. I really do. Yeah.
That's
I might have to order one day, but I have like a bunch of shit in my life. I got to get my whole life together before I can do that.
If Canada wasn't so fucking expensive, I'd mail you one.
I might pay for it. Well, I probably will. Just it'll be.
What'd she just say?
Yes, but Jonice, see, this is my thing with recovery, and I'm just going to say it because I tend to lean towards the same way that Laura thinks and Katie thinks about that, even though Katie's totally not in recovery, but she feels this way anyways. I feel that if you went through that phase of your life and you got out of it and you've moved on and you're proud of yourself and you've had a family and you have kids and a husband and a house and a yard and a job and things in your life, those should be what you are more concerned.
Laura's job or Laura's yard, okay, has a DIY pool that probably has malaria in it. Okay, we've all seen pictures of it. Again, Laura shares too much on the internet. We've all seen pictures of it. It's a DIY pool that looks like that's where malaria started. My backup's not timed out.
The pool has herpes. That's where herpes started.
Yeah, it's malaria and herpes.
Who gives
You know how to make a-
Syphilis, okay?
Fuck them, bro.
Syphilis. Oh wait, hold on. What's the word?
You know how to
Syphilis.
make a. You know, you want to know how to make a sock in about 10 seconds?
I already know how, Jimmy. You told me. Don't say it on the
Oh,
channel again because all the viewers were watching. And the next thing I know, me and Angel got troll accounts called Angel Talks About Ripping Uteruses Out.
Things like that.
Because they're boomers.
Once in a while, usually I'd just sneak out and go home because it wasn't my thing. But like, it's not like I've never done it. But I'm not going to be like 10 years, 20 years later, I'm a recovering addict. Like, well, I was never addicted, but like, still, you know what I mean? Like,
It doesn't work for everybody.
move on.
Theory, but it definitely worked for me. And it worked for a lot of people I know. Same thing with cigarettes. I woke up and said, I don't smoke anymore. I just don't.
Neither do I.
This motherfucker was just saying today that she wanted to buy a pack of cigarettes because she wanted to smoke, and this and that. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Talk about it.
Lying
I
bitch.
don't want nothing to do with it.
She's a lying
And
bitch.
it's something I put behind me. That's it.
Shut the
And
fuck up, you
I've
weird
never done
bitch.
cocaine since. I don't
Fucking
believe in
hamster.
AA, NA. It works for
I don't believe in NA or AA. You know what, Laura? That's your right. But it works for a lot of people. It worked for my husband. He's been clean 11 years. It works for a lot of people.
a lot of people. For me personally, constantly talking about it makes me want to do it.
You know what? Then don't watch. In fact, I'll start doing more recovery streams and I'll start having Brandon talk about the good book. How about that?
Constantly reliving in it makes me want to do it. Adderall is prescribed by my doctor, Stephh, and that's really none of your fucking business.
Because you lied. You shared it on YouTube.
Don't.
Because you lied.
You shared it on YouTube.
Okay, Stephh.
Because you lied.
I don't think you should be talking about anybody, really.
Why not?
Because yours are
Why not?
littles. You got littles. Don't think I don't judge you for that.
Shut up.
And I don't
what you say.
legally take Adderall. It's doctor prescribed.
Yeah,
No,
because you
sorry.
lied.
That's a problem.
You lied.
For you, but
That's
I don't
what's in
think
the label.
alcohol is doctor prescribed.
Oh, here we go.
Just saying.
Alcohol's legal.
No,
Alcohol's
I don't
legal.
think so either.
Fucking weirdo bitch.
And it's probably the worst drug you can be on.
She's
Sorry.
still on it.
Shut up.
Corey, she's still on it. She's still on it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I've always felt. And like, I partied back in the day. My choice was shots of tequila. But like, yeah, I just woke up one day and I'm just like, I don't think I like this lifestyle
My
anymore.
drug
And
of
moved
choice
on.
was shots of tequila. Tequila is not a drug.
You know what? Then you wasn't an addict. And I'm happy for you, Corey, that it was easy for you to stop like that. Some people can't. You know, some people have that genetic gene, you know, when it comes to addiction. And some people might not agree with me on that, whatever. But, you know, my mom was an addict. My dad, he's a gambler. He was an addict. You know, every family member on my mother's side was an alcoholic, drug addict. You know, it's whatever you believe. I think, you know, my drug addiction is my disease. I own that. It's my fault. I'm not blaming it on genetics, but you know, there are a lot of studies that have been done saying that, you know, it is genetic.
Right? It totally works.
Oh, I can't
Yeah, and I've done blow and things like that, like every once in a while. Not as much as most of my friends. Usually I just sneak out and go home because it wasn't my thing. But like, it's not like I've never done it. But I'm not going to be like 10 years, 20 years later, I'm a recovering addict. Like, well, I was
But
never
Laura
addicted,
is,
but like
Corey,
still.
you're
But
right.
next to you on the panel is saying that.
It doesn't work for everybody.
Move on.
Theory, but it definitely worked for me. And it worked for a lot of people I know. Same thing with cigarettes. I woke up, I said, I don't smoke anymore. I just don't. And I mean, I've been itching for a cigarette, but I'm avoiding it. But
Don't have one.
that's what makes me not think about it for the most part is I don't smoke anymore. That's it.
Good for
I'm not
you.
gonna sit there and think about it all the time and oh my God, you know, I want a cigarette and blah. No. If
You said that
If
today.
I was
I
just
don't
saying
smoke
that
anymore, I
today.
don't smoke. That's it. There's
Oh,
no
I
question about it.
can't with this.
Yeah, that's what I did with cigarettes too. One day I was just like, I don't really like smoking anyway, so I think I should just quit. And I did. Like, but quitting smoking was easy for me because I really just didn't like it that much.
Who the
I
fuck
ever
would
said hi
have
to
the
you,
other
DZ? Hello.
smoke?
Hey, Ash,
She just
the
said,
Midwest
"Nice,
Mary
Mom."
Tuesday. And if you had mental issues, who are they to talk about it? That's what I don't understand. Even with Stephh,
You know what, Laura? You talk about people's mental issues all the time. In fact, I've heard you call people retarded. You've called Rep Ash retarded. She forgave you, of course. But you call people retarded all the time. You tell people they're stupid all the time. You tell people they're irrelevant all the time. And speaking of irrelevant, I'm glad that I'm irrelevant in your life. And I'm sure all of my friends are glad that we're irrelevant in your life. We don't want to be anything like you. We don't want to be relevant in your delusional life.
coming in, well, she's on Adderall. What the fuck is that your concern? I'm not on Adderall. Like, it blows my mind. Half the fucking community's on Adderall. What is your point?
She probably is lying. They probably are just.
How do you know half the community's on Adderall? Have you been asking them for them or something? Are you begging them to mail them to you?
Trying to start shit. She's probably live streaming me, and I'm boring. Damn. Because we're just having a normal conversation about somebody that has nothing to do with anything to do with any.
And she went off for no reason. So then she bought a membership to watch it, and
Not me.
I love that show, Laura. I thought that was so cool. Years that I have watched you type in all caps in chat. Knock it the fuck off.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up, Winnie. This bitch.
Parents and box and cry later. I thought that was meant to be raping.
B sent it to Pirate's sister.
Oh.
Yeah. And Pirate.
You know, they're the ones that keep saying, why bring up all this old drama from years ago? Look what they're doing.
Cried and cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. Because being Randy lied about my sister. Being Randy lied about my sister. And now look who's fucking living in Randy's ass.
Say something about Pirate, bitch. I dare you to.
I don't even get
Say
those,
something
like,
about Pirate.
people have a guilty conscience or something.
They do. I
Let's
called
skip over
Pirate
that.
Greasy earlier. Hey, Greasy. And she immediately deleted my comment. Now, why would you do that, Pirate? Why?
Yeah, look.
You have the nerve to call someone Pirate when you had a troll name called Rat-a-tat-tat. You rat.
Fucking the pussy bitch.
Midwest, I got a fake outrage scandal.
Nothing.
Oh, do you?
There you go,
I do.
plug. The
Do
plug.
you let people pick the scents, or do you have like a scent for your counts?
Oh no, I have over 100 cents people to choose from.
That's what I thought. That's what I like
Fucking
about
fat
her.
tonsil bitch
I
over there.
probably sniff some.
Thank you.
Oh my
I mean, it's
god.
a lot of work. I probably won't be.
Oh, this is a good one. Let's play this one just real quicky quick.
Lying. Why you always lying? I'm not even gonna say it. But to put something like that out there, but she's not the only one. She's not the only one. Ash274 repeated it. If your mind is so fucking sick that you would even think like that, and to drag my 15-year-old daughter into your fucking sick game and your sick lie, you deserve any fucking comment that I get. That I give. Any fucking comment
That was a Freudian slip.
that I give you, you damn well deserve. And that goes for any single person in this chat that fucking egged this on, that was okay with it. You've lost all fucking credibility. All credibility. Any ounce.
She's talking about how people lied about her talking about faking a overdose, right? Well, here's the proof.
Why you always lying? My kids are in the hospital. Off the bed. Maybe I need to say I overdosed. Oh my god, Laura's in the hospital because she OD'd from all the stress. I'm not kidding either. You know what? That's it. That's it. That's fine. I'm gonna disappear for 3 days. I'm gonna say I'm dead. That I overdosed from all the stress and from the lynch mob, and because I can't take it anymore. Let's see how they fucking react. Let's see who's the bad ones now.
So, faking an overdose is nothing to joke about. Everybody knows that I overdosed and almost died. I have a huge problem with anybody that plots an overdose just to get back at their haters. And you want to call us trash, Laura? You are trash for doing that. You are trash for plotting that. That's where your sick mind goes. You are the trash. And the fact that you wanted to use your daughter in on your sick plot tells me everything I need to know about the type of person you are. Why would you want to subject your daughter to something so disgusting? You're teaching her bad things by doing that. Lanky, honey, I did. It took 6 shots of Narcan to bring me back. I've been sober this time a little over a month. Thank you. Yeah, it was a huge wake-up call. And I'm really glad Brandon was here. Like I said yesterday, he's my angel here on earth. Because if he hadn't come into the room to check on me, I would have been dead, you know. And I don't want people to feel sorry for me or anything. I love you too, Steph. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. This was a lesson that I learned. I got cocky and I stopped going to meetings. And I stopped calling my sponsor. And I stopped taking my depression medication. And, you know, when you're an addict, you can't just sit there and think, oh, well, I've got so many years. I don't need to do this or that anymore. You absolutely have to stay on your medication. You absolutely have to humble yourself and go to those meetings. The proudest moments I've ever had is going to meetings and watching Brandon give leads. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Mary, you're right. It was disgusting to put her daughter in a position like that. Absolutely.
Be able to do it that way in the future, like, you know, like wholesale orders, they get to pick 10 different cents. Any big order, they can, you know, pick up to 5 cents. Depends. I'm not going to tell them, well, you get to, but you know, if you choose 10 different cents, you know, like that.
Order one day, but I have like a bunch of shit in my life. I got to get my whole life together before I can do that.
If Canada wasn't so fucking expensive, I'd mail you one.
I might pay for it. Well, I probably will. Just it'll be in the future. So don't be doing nothing with your candle company anytime soon until I get mine. Hey, Desiree.
He does get her life together. Get the fuck off YouTube.
I love Steph's laugh. She cracks me up.
Yeah, I'm glad you're doing good at it. I wish some of these other fucking losers, well, not that you're a loser, would get off their asses and fucking do something better with their lives.
They don't know how.
Stay live all night, dragging people.
They'd rather worry about what I did 15 years ago.
Oh, I know.
Or thinking they...
Nobody knew you 15 years ago. Thank God. The only reason we talk about the things that you talk about is because it's YouTube. It's a public forum. We have every right to critique you. We have every right to talk about what you talk about online. You talk about us quite often. So what's the difference?
That I overdose on Adderalls every day. Give me a fucking break.
Whoever said that you overdose on Adderalls every day? That's another lie.
Not to mention, but I'm pretty sure Helen did a whole lot of cocaine in her life, if I remember correctly.
Leave Helen alone.
Well, and you're an ex-addict too, aren't you? You're one of those ones who used to be in these junkie chats all the time, but I'm not allowed to call her a junkie even though she calls herself one.
Who gives a fuck?
There's a live stream from way back when she recruited all the junkies together and it said junkie.
Oh my God. Quit calling people junkies, dude. Some people take offense to that, all right? Stop.
And then the night she's like, I'm sorry if you're not a junkie and you're here, blah, 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 blah. So she's totally fine with calling herself that, but I'm not allowed to.
Reed Lacey's coming. They can't see him, don't they?
That fucking bitch. Maybe if I go back to my real account. I'm out of my timeout.
What were you going to do next? Sprays? Are you doing that yet?
Doing what?
Sprays? Weren't you going to do sprays
Yes,
too?
I have sprays. I have some oil, some spray.
Cool. I should check out your site.
Don't unless you want to die from
I
poison.
know. So do you just like use like an app or something to design your pictures, or do you just do them all with?
I do them on my
You
hand.
see that,
Do
Lacey?
you?
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Nice.
You know, I use
These are the ones,
Blonde,
right?
but average
Get
candle
a
is 20.
candle. Get a
Cheapest
candle
one is
for one of them,
15.
right?
Those are for the
This
10s.
one. And this motherfucker don't know nothing about her candles because she made a candle for her.
No, I didn't. I went live, stupid.
Yes, you did. I'm live now.
Where's
And
live?
yes, you did.
No, Steph's back.
Huh.
You cried that Whitty wouldn't drop you a link. Look at you now. I wasn't the one crying. That was
Yes,
Lucy
you were. You were crying.
crying and lying up a storm. So I had to go live and be like, hey, guess what? I did cry when BTS wouldn't drop me a link, though. I got my little eyes out.
So bad. That's the question. Why do you want a link so bad?
Who knows?
Steph, go
You
back.
won't tell me. I asked.
You guys are so scared of Steph. You don't want to confront her because you know that she knows her shit. And you know that she would own both of you. That's a fact.
Sir.
Nobody
Steph, I tried, but sorry, you have to go.
Why are you listening to this motherfucker? Stop listening
I
to
just
her.
fucking care. Like,
Guys, like she's up there because I was live about her. What do you mean? Why do I care? She's up there because I was live about her. Hold on, I gotta go to her troll account, and I don't want people here to see it.
Fucking bitch.
Steph,
Hold on.
Huh?
I love you, Doug.
I love you too.
But it's like you're beating up a retard.
Don't say the R word here, Jimmy.
I'm sorry. All right. You know.
Okay, so we'll get back to
Wait till she fucking flips on her watch. Wait till Corey
Oh,
flips on
yeah.
that other fucking
just like when
hamster.
she flipped on Tiffany. That was a show.
Watch.
That was a show.
She's gonna do it in time. I don't know when, but she'll do it.
Oh, it'll definitely happen. It's happened before. It'll happen again.
Ricky is
She's the nicest person. She is the nicest lady I've ever met in my life, I think.
Isn't she, Jimmy? She's just so nice.
Can I come over and steal her?
No.
Oh, she asked.
No.
Hours.
I want a lanky. Let me have a lanky.
Phony small talk. Exactly, Rob.
Dude, Jimmy, I just
It's
read
fine.
private text first. If I was up there, he wouldn't be. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Right, Ray?
What were they?
Laura always says, those losers. They're all losers.
15 years ago. That's what I'm saying, Pam.
Oh, my God.
That's why I tell this
15
story.
years
because
ago.
It was 15 years ago.
I was having a great
I'm not
time.
telling a story from a year ago.
In my 20s.
It is
I'm not telling a
about
story
my
from
kids, and
fucking
I wasn't
5 years ago. I haven't
such a
even been
big
with her
girl.
in 10 years. I mean, that speaks volumes right there.
Volumes. That speaks volumes.
We split up in 2010.
Oh, my God.
So
What's doing
11
this?
years since I've even been with him. It just goes to show how far, how twisted their stories are.
Who's
I
twisted
literally,
anything?
we split up in 2010 for good.
You don't see
But didn't this bitch go get some cock a couple, what is it, less than a year ago? She traveled.
from this guy, Brad. No.
Yeah, the same guy who went to prison, right? Her baby daddy that she left her son with for 6 weeks and that she claims is still in active addiction. Huh.
Traveled, right, to go get some dick.
Yeah. Christmas. 9 hours. Because she said on YouTube she needed some dick.
And then traveled. 9 hours there, 9 hours back. Sheesh. That prison dick must be really good or something. Convict dick is good.
No, ew, fuck a convict dick.
That's what you did.
Yeah, but ew.
She got convict dick.
All right, can you guys talk to my chat for a second? I have to take a break.
No.
Yes.
Rachel,
Well,
Rachel, what is convict dick?
Who wants convict?
God love Jimmy. Okay. I don't want to keep playing Steph's live. I want her to be able to get all of the views. Not that many people are in here or anything, but I really wanted to hear what Corey had to say about me and Laura also. It's disappointing how, they can have opinions on all of us, but none of us can have opinions, right? None of us can say anything about them, but they can say anything they want about us. Are you sure, Steph? Okay. Does it get better? Yes, Lanky Tor, you are correct. I see nicotine stains on that monkey. Look at that. Look at that yellow. That's supposed to be white. Those are nicotine stains. Oh, Laura, you're so gross. You need to wash that monkey. Wash it. Oh, my God.
I've never heard it called that before.
Well, it's true.
Oh, I'm in trouble with Helen.
That's some convict dick right there, boy.
Oh, look, this lady's spicy.
Feeding up that 50-year-old twat.
Adderall.
50-year-old twat.
Yes, baby, I'm Australian. This lady's a space cadet, as I'd call her. She didn't know when she had a kid. She had to think about that for 3 minutes. She's obviously done drugs, and she's on. I mean, if you need medication, Adderall or whatever, that's fair enough. I guess that's a prescribed thing, and people need help in life. But if she's abusing it, that's just wrong. If she's stealing it off her boyfriend's son or whatever, that's just wrong. You know, if she's letting convicts shower the daughter, or felons, whatever you want to call them.
Hey, I've had me too, Helen. That's what I'm saying. That's why I could say convict dick is good, but let me tell you, I would never travel for convict dick. It's, that's good right there. That's good news. Hey, I've had convict dick before, but I was with that convict before he got locked up. Yes, that counts, Helen. Hell yeah, that counts. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. This chick's a train wreck.
She
And
does
she's putting out all her shit on YouTube.
Man, I cannot find the video. Laura probably struck it down. I have a video of Laura bragging about how many Adderall she takes a day and the milligrams. And I was absolutely blown away. I'm not even going to lie. I was blown away. I can't find it for the life of me, and I know I've got it. Oh. Is this it? Yep, this is it.
Geez, every day.
Hold on. Hold on.
60 mgs every day for the last 12 years.
What kind?
What?
Do you mind sharing what brand?
Generic Adderall.
Dang, 60.
60 mgs.
Holy frick. Does it build? Do you have to keep building that up over the years? Like you?
Nah, I've been on 60 for a long time.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It doesn't affect me like it does others. Some people
yeah, apparently not.
I've given people like my ex, I gave him a half of one. He was flying off the wall.
Yeah, that's a lot. Dang.
Oh, snap. You know what? Hold that thought. We're going to talk about this.
60 mgs every day for the last 12 years.
What kind?
What?
Do you mind sharing what brand?
Generic Adderall.
Dang, 60.
Okay, I owe Laura an apology. I said 90 milligrams. My bad. See, look, I can apologize when I'm wrong, Laura.
60 mgs.
Holy frick. Does it build? Do you have to keep building that up over the years? Like you
Nah, I've been on 60 for a long time.
I've been on 60 for a long time.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It doesn't affect me like it does others. Some
I bet it doesn't.
people like,
Yeah, apparently not.
I've given people like my ex, I give my half.
Oh, you're giving your prescribed medication to your ex. Wow. Interesting. That's illegal. You know that, right, Laura?
For one, he was flying off the wall.
Yeah, that's a lot. Dang.
One more time for everyone in the back.
60 mgs every day for the last
Dang.
12
What,
years.
what kind?
What?
What? Do you mind sharing what brand?
Generic Adderall.
Dang, 60.
60 mgs.
Holy frick. Does it build? Do you have to keep building that up over the years? Like you
Nah, I've been on 60 for a long time.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It doesn't affect me like it does others. Some people like,
Yeah, apparently not.
I've given people like my ex, I give him a half of one. He was flying off the wall.
Yeah, that's a lot. Dang.
Wow. Oh, look. I got 107 likes on that video, Laura. Huh. Crazy, huh? Flying off the wall. I bet he was. You know, Laura, what would have happened if he would have had a heart attack because of that Adderall? You know, there are many people that have had heart attacks from Adderall. Just saying. Carlos, honey, you have a great day too. Babe, come here.
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. He's such a good husband. Explain to me how Adderall, what is it for one?
It's an amphetamine. It's it's not a stimulant. It's an amphetamine. It's just really strong. It's usually time released, I believe. So it's supposed to, last over a long period of time.
Okay, and Laura admitted to giving half of one to her ex. Now, isn't it true that if you're not used to Adderall or like stimulants like that, amphetamines, aren't you at high risk to have like a heart attack?
Oh yeah. It's going to raise your blood pressure, heart rate, and just like crystal meth or any other amphetamine.
Okay, Controlla says it's not time released.
Ah, gotcha.
We don't take them, so it I don't know. We don't know. Usually Brandon, he's really good with like medications. Usually street drugs, he's kind of a beast at.
Pretty well versed.
Yeah, pretty well versed, but we're not upper kind of people. We don't take uppers, so
I just don't like grinding my teeth.
Yeah. Oh God.
Peeking out the blinds.
I can remember I was on coke and I went to jail. I got arrested because I fell asleep. I think I did a speedball or something. This has been many years ago. And I got arrested. And you can even tell in that mugshot that I'm grinding my teeth. And oh God, I do not miss those days. I don't miss them at all. And for the people saying that I'm shooting drugs up my arm, that's not true at all. I have not shot drugs up my arm in over 6 years. So you lie there. I do want to show one more thing since Brian can't keep my name out of his mouth. Per usual. Let's see. Brian, not Saint Dipshit. Here we go. Okay. Oh, honey, I will tell him as soon as he gets back in. I don't let him smoke in the house. So when he gets back in, I will absolutely tell him. I'm so proud of you, Controlla. Okay. Oh, look. Here's one on Trisha. Oh, look. Another one on Trisha. I dropped my Xanax. You know what, Brian? She's not on Xanax. You were a counselor, right? Why are you making fun of people that are in recovery? Huh? Oh, dipshit. That's me. Hey, Scara in dipshit. Can't your husband support you? Why the Cash App and PayPal links? I mean, for the love of Shazam, y'all got a house off of someone else's hard work. Nicole would like to speak with you. Why don't you answer your Facebook calls? Okay, like I said yesterday, Brian, your wife, I feel sorry for her. And that is stress she does not need. She's from Dayton, and she's got a big mouth, just like I do, just like Trisha does. I don't want to get on the phone and start screaming with her. I don't want to upset her. You said that she's prone to having seizures. I don't want the stress of her being so upset that it triggers a seizure, because that can happen. That's why. Maybe you should love your wife a little bit more and not bring her into this YouTube drama. I don't speak ill of your wife, nor will I. And no, it's not because I'm scared of her. Holy shit. I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to say anything mean, but I am not scared of her. Good Lord. And why the Cash App and PayPal links? Okay. Brandon has a PayPal link. And that's because of his work. That's, he does side work. He does, he makes beats for producers, and that's how they pay him. He does that on the side. And, in order to keep this house that was someone else's hard work, we have to do a lot of different things to pay these bills, because it's not cheap to live here in Beaver Creek. And you know that, Brian, because you know where Beaver Creek is and how expensive it is. My grandparents left me this house because they loved me. I took care of them the last years of their life. My mother died. My father treated me like shit. Who else was they gonna leave it to? They left it to my daughter and I. Part of it is hers, the other part is mine. I'm not ready to sell it yet, but I'm getting close because I cannot afford it. I can't afford these taxes. I just can't. And I feel like my daughter and her 3 children deserve a home of their own. And I hope she buys a home. This house is worth over $300,000. So, it's completely paid for. My grandparents paid it off, I think, the year I was born. Okay. I don't have to pay anything except for, the utilities, things like that, and the stupid ass taxes, property tax, things like that. But I think it would be in my best interest to sell it so my daughter can get a home of her own and support her children. And because there are so many things in this house that I see that remind me of my grandparents. And I think that has a lot to do with my depression because I do miss them immensely. And sometimes there's a room that I have that I can't go into because just the smell of it reminds me of my grandmother. Everything of my grandparents, their clothes, some of their belongings are in that room. I can't go in there because I can still smell my grandma. And that's hard. So, eventually we're going to get there and we're going to sell it. Serendipshit. Can't your hubby support you? Yes. He supports me, but guess what, Brian? He's been in school for years because he's trying to make something of himself. He's trying to get to a place where in his field he can make money for us so we don't have to struggle. You wouldn't know anything about that though, would you? So yeah, I do have a PayPal out there and I appreciate every PayPal I get. Stop it, Coco. Stop. I appreciate everything that I get from people. I mean, gosh, did you do this twice? God, you're a weirdo. Yeah, I'm done with this, but let's go to the videos, see what you've done. Oh, look at my husband. Oh, isn't that cute? Use all the pictures of him you want. I will say that this picture right here, that was Brandon standing right next to his grandmother. His grandmother passed away. He was very proud because that was the last Christmas he got to spend with her. You fucking dickhead. I'm done with you, Brian. You're a piece of shit, Brian. Infidel Lady says, Sarah, I understand how the house and memories can tug at your heart. Look forward and have no regrets and sell it. I'm trying. I'm getting there. It's a slow process, but I'm getting there. I've started to remodel. I've torn up some carpet and replaced it with some really nice wood flooring. I'm trying to save up money so I can remodel the kitchen. Because, my grandparents, they, God love them. They were so stuck in the 70s. I had to strip down some 70s wallpaper they had. And I've got a lot of painting to do. And, I'm trying to save up money so I can upgrade the house enough to where it can sell at a decent price. So yeah, Brian, you don't upset me. You don't hurt me. The addiction stuff doesn't hurt me. What triggers me kinda is the fact that you say that I'm in active addiction, because I'm not. People can tell, people can tell when I'm using. So yeah, M's painting does suck. If I could hire someone to come and paint this place, I absolutely would. My best friend, okay, that I've known for probably 20 years, she just lost her better half to an overdose. And he was going to come and paint my house for me, or at least the entryway and hallway. And this happened maybe about a month and a half ago. There's a lot of people dying from overdoses. And that makes me sad. That depresses me. Yes, infidel lady, I know you understand then. You know, I can look at something and it brings back memories. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. You know, I'll look at the bedroom window and I'll remember, oh, that's the bedroom window I snuck out of when I was 15. Those are funny memories. And grandma came in to my bedroom because she heard me fall on the floor. And she said, Sarah, you smell like marijuana. And I said, Grandma, how do you know what marijuana smells like? She slapped me so hard. That was one of the funniest moments and memories I will ever have of Myrtle. I'm sorry, that's funny. I was a bad kid. I did. I used to sneak out of the house sometimes. Marijuana. Yes, that's how. She was so Southern. That's how she would say it. Marijuana. You smell like marijuana. That's one memory I'll never forget. I didn't like it at the time, but, you know, here I am some odd years later, and I find it funny. God love that woman. I put that woman through hell. As a child, not as an adult. I was good to her as an adult. I wish my daughter was here. She would have some funny stories to tell too. Oh, poor Lanky. My neighbor's house smells like a skunk. Oh, yeah, but I think I don't know. Does anybody want to come up and chat? If not, then I'll drop a link, and if not, then I'll just jump off here. I climbed up through that window, and when I came in, it was like a big kerthunk. Oh God, my poor grandparents. My grandfather even laughed when Grandma said that, and then when I said that. Oh, the memories. Yeah, it's sad, infidel. Same here, Sarah. Young people dying from drugs and many suicides too. 3 years and I live in a small village. We all know each other and it affects us all. Yeah, it's really sad, you know. There's been a stigma on drugs for a long time. You know, a lot of people are still old school and believe that drug addicts are these, you know, bad people, and, you know, they live underneath a bridge and have a burn barrel to keep warm. No, not at all. I go to meetings every other day. I see judges in there. I see policemen in there. I see a plethora of people in there, you know? I'm still waiting for a certain person that was in a band to be my sponsor again. How do okay, I'll put it like this. This person was in the band, the Pixies. And if anybody knows who that is, you know who I'm talking about. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, Misnomer, I appreciate her for last night too. I'm really glad she did that live. I missed a lot of it. Yeah, Lanky, you're right. It's very real. I knew a surgeon, lawyers, and NA. Yep. There's all kinds. Addiction doesn't discriminate. Not a bit. So, Nobody wants to come up. Yes, Lanky. Oh, yes. I can neither confirm nor deny if one of them lived close to me. And every time I go to a certain AA meeting, I try to sit as close to that person as I possibly can. Honestly, I get a little excited. Not gonna lie. I can't help but stare at her sometimes too. I'm like, I look over and I'm like, oh my God. So, with that being said, I guess I'm going to jump off here, you guys. But thanks for coming and hanging out with me this morning. And Laura, get over yourself. Corey, get over yourself. Y'all are lame. You know, we don't start with you. It's you guys that start with us, which gives us content to react on, to critique, and to debunk your lies. Okay? Lanky, honey, I love you more than the man in the moon. And I truly mean that. You are a gem. You are one of the good ones. And everybody around here knows it. You have a heart of gold, and I love you for that. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. I know that I will. Peace, love, and light, everyone.